It was a crisp, cool evening in Los Angeles, the city twinkling under a sky filled with stars. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce had been together for over a year, their love story unfolding like a modern-day fairy tale. From stadium concerts to NFL games, they had supported each other through it all. But tonight was different. Tonight, everything was about to change. Travis had been planning this moment for months. He wanted it to be perfect. He had enlisted the help of Taylor's closest friends and family, ensuring that she would have no idea what was about to happen. The rooftop of a luxurious Beverly Hills hotel had been transformed into a romantic haven, adorned with thousands of twinkling fairy lights and an archway of red and white roses, Taylor's favorites. A live string quartet played softly in the background, adding to the magic of the night. Taylor thought they were simply attending a private dinner, just the two of them, to celebrate their time together before she embarked on the next leg of her international tour. As she stepped onto the rooftop, her breath hitched. The ambience was breathtaking, and a nervous yet loving smile spread across Travis's face as he took her hand, leading her to the center of the rooftop. She looked around, eyes glistening with emotion. "Travis, this is beautiful, but what's all this for?" Travis took a deep breath. This was it. His heart pounded, adrenaline coursing through his veins. He dropped to one knee, pulling a small, velvet box from his pocket. The world around them seemed to fade away, leaving only the two of them in that moment. "Taylor, from the moment I met you, my life has been filled with more love, laughter, and meaning than I ever thought possible," he began, his voice slightly shaking with emotion. "You are my best friend, my biggest supporter, my greatest love. I want to spend forever making you as happy as you make me. Will you marry me?" Tears immediately welled in Taylor's eyes. She had written about love in her songs for years, had imagined this moment in 1,000 different ways. And yet, nothing could have prepared her for the overwhelming wave of emotion that crashed over her now. She covered her mouth with her hands, nodding vigorously before she could even find the words. "Yes. Yes, 1,000 times yes," she finally choked out, her voice breaking as tears streamed down her cheeks. Travis slipped the stunning diamond ring onto her finger, a custom design, sparkling with the kind of brilliance that mirrored the love they shared. As soon as the ring was in place, Taylor threw herself into his arms, sobbing against his chest as he held her tightly, burying his face in her golden curls. The applause from their family and friends, who had been watching from a hidden balcony, erupted around them. Taylor's parents, Andrea and Scott, wiped tears from their own eyes, while her closest friends, including Selena Gomez and Gigi Hadid, cheered joyfully. Travis's brother, Jason, let out a proud whistle, nudging their mother, Donna, who was already dabbing at her eyes with a tissue. Travis pulled back slightly, looking down at Taylor's tear-streaked face with a soft smile. "Why are you crying, babe?" he asked gently, brushing his thumb against her cheek. She let out a small laugh between sniffles. "Because I've never been this happy in my entire life," she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. "I love you so much, Travis." He cupped her face, eyes filled with nothing but love. "I love you more," he whispered before capturing her lips in a deep, passionate kiss. The night was filled with celebration, laughter, and endless joy. Champagne was popped, music played, and stories of their relationship were shared. Taylor found herself glancing down at the ring on her finger over and over again, unable to believe this was real. Every love song she had ever written now felt even more meaningful. As the night wound down, Taylor and Travis stood on the rooftop balcony, looking out at the dazzling LA skyline. He wrapped his arms around her from behind, resting his chin on her shoulder. "So, future Mrs. Kelce," he murmured playfully. "Are you ready for forever?" She turned in his arms, gazing up at him with tearful but happy eyes. "I've been ready since the day I met you." And with that, their love story took its most beautiful turn yet, the beginning of their forever. It was a crisp evening in Los Angeles, the kind of night that felt like magic was in the air. The city lights shimmered like diamonds against the dark sky, casting a soft glow over the Hollywood hills. Inside an exclusive rooftop restaurant, nestled atop one of LA's most luxurious hotels, a moment was unfolding that would be etched in history. Travis Kelce sat at a secluded table, his palms slightly damp as he fidgeted with the small velvet box in his pocket. He had faced some of the fiercest defenses in the NFL, but nothing compared to the nerves that gripped him now. Across from him, Taylor Swift looked radiant, her blue eyes sparkling under the candlelight. She had no idea what was coming. Travis took a deep breath and reached for her hand. "Taylor," he began, his deep voice laced with emotion, "these past months have been the best of my life. You've shown me a love I never knew existed, a kind of love that inspires every moment." Taylor tilted her head, her signature blonde curls cascading over her shoulder. "Travis, you're scaring me," she teased, though her heart pounded in her chest. He chuckled nervously before standing up. As he dropped to one knee, a gasp escaped Taylor's lips. Her hands flew to her mouth, eyes wide with astonishment. "Taylor Allison Swift," he said, his voice thick with emotion, "you are my best friend, my love, my forever. Will you marry me?" For a split second, there was silence, a silence that felt both eternal and fleeting. Then, a single tear slipped down Taylor's cheek, followed by another. The sight of her crying sent a wave of emotions crashing over Travis. Taylor pressed a trembling hand to her heart, her lips forming a shaky smile. "Yes, Travis. 1,000 times yes." The restaurant erupted into applause as Travis slid the diamond ring onto her finger. The moment his arms wrapped around her, Taylor buried her face in his chest, sobbing softly. He felt his own eyes well up, overcome with the weight of what had just happened. "You're crying," he whispered, gently wiping her tears with his thumb. "I can't believe this is real," she murmured, looking up at him with adoration. "You make me so happy, Trav. And you make me the happiest man alive," he whispered back, before pressing his lips to hers in a kiss that sealed their forever. The night was only beginning, but for Taylor and Travis, time seemed to stand still. Outside, the city continued its endless dance of light and motion, but inside their little corner of the world, love was all that mattered. The warm Los Angeles night sparkled with the glow of string lights and the glistening skyline in the background. Inside a lavish rooftop venue, overlooking the city's breathtaking expanse, an intimate celebration was underway. Friends, family, and a select few celebrities had gathered, their faces illuminated with anticipation and joy. Travis Kelce, the powerhouse tight end of the Kansas City Chiefs, stood at the center of the room, fidgeting slightly with the small velvet box in his pocket. His heart pounded in his chest, not from the pressure of a fourth-quarter comeback, but from the sheer magnitude of the moment he was about to create. Tonight was the night. The night he would propose to the love of his life, Taylor Swift. He had been planning this evening for months, meticulously curating every detail to ensure it was a night she would never forget. Taylor had often spoken of her love for quiet, intimate moments, despite her larger-than-life presence in the music industry. He knew she would appreciate something private yet deeply personal, surrounded by those who mattered most. The evening had begun with a romantic dinner, a table set just for two beneath a canopy of roses and twinkling lights. Soft music played in the background, a melody from one of Taylor's own songs that Travis had secretly arranged to be played by a live violinist. Her blue eyes sparkled as she gazed at him, completely unaware of what was to come. After dinner, Travis led her to the center of the rooftop, where a large screen suddenly flickered to life. A video montage played, clips from their time together, from the first moment they met to their most cherished adventures. Candid moments, stolen kisses, laughter, every second captured their journey, their love. As the final frame faded, revealing the words, "Our forever starts tonight," Taylor covered her mouth, her eyes brimming with emotion. Before she could react further, Travis dropped to one knee, pulling the small box from his pocket. The crowd hushed, waiting with bated breath. "Taylor, from the moment you walked into my life, you changed everything," Travis said, his voice thick with emotion. "You are my best friend, my love, my everything. I don't want to spend another day of my life without you." Will you marry me? Taylor's hands trembled as she cupped her face, overwhelmed by the moment. Tears spilled freely down her cheeks as she nodded fervently, her voice cracking as she whispered, "Yes." The crowd erupted in cheers as Travis slipped the diamond ring onto her finger. Taylor threw her arms around him, burying her face in his shoulder as sobs of joy racked her body. Travis held her close, his own eyes glistening with emotion. He had seen her perform in front of sold-out stadiums, had watched her captivate millions with her music, but nothing compared to this, watching her cry tears of pure happiness in his arms. It was the most beautiful thing he had ever witnessed. As they pulled apart slightly, Taylor laughed through her tears. "You did all of this?" she asked, looking around at the meticulously planned evening. "Every last detail," Travis confirmed, wiping a stray tear from her cheek. "I wanted it to be perfect. Just like you." She kissed him then, a slow, deep kiss that spoke of love, of gratitude, of forever. The celebration continued well into the night. Friends and family embraced them, congratulated them, and toasted to their future. Taylor's parents, Andrea and Scott, hugged Travis tightly, welcoming him officially into their family. Jason Kelsey, Travis's older brother, playfully ruffled his hair, teasing him about finally settling down. As the night waned, Taylor and Travis found a quiet moment together, sitting on the edge of the rooftop, staring out at the city lights. She rested her head on his shoulder, their fingers intertwined. "You really got me good," she murmured. "I didn't see this coming." "That was the plan," Travis chuckled. "I wanted to surprise you." "Well, mission accomplished," she whispered, tilting her head up to meet his gaze. "I love you, Travis." "I love you more, Tay." And with that, under the vast Los Angeles sky, their journey toward forever truly began.